Good evening, everyone. At first, as an introduction, we are talking about software called TreeShade. This software works as a local server and extension for Adobe Creative Cloud, especially Adobe InDesign and Adobe Bridge. It plays as a content management system for collecting the content, like from marketing team, from collaborators or team members, for the designer to build the design manually or automatically by auto-generating the design remotely through the local server. There is an online form like this. And here we have the project TUE, Tuesday, inside workshop. We have this text file that has TS underscore key. Inside this text file, there is a settings for the submitting buttons. In the template form, I have the button name, update, and the updating location, because you can update in different location in dynamic ways. Here I can write submit as the button name. So now if I here the button name update, if I refresh the page, the button is submit now. And here I have a list of text files. You can edit remotely by adding or removing or rearranging. And when you click submit, it's okay. Now I have three softwares: Adobe Bridge and Adobe InDesign, and the online form through the local server by executing main.js as a Node.js server. Node.js is a Google product you can install free, and the TreeShade, by the way, free, totally free. And also Adobe Bridge you can install free only by making an Adobe account, no need for subscription. Okay, now if I click submit as an end user, the end user have an account, a counter. In about less than a minute, the InDesign document will be opened and closed automatically on the local server, and the document will be updated. Let's move fourth item to the end, 99. And first, second, let's add a new one, third, submit again. Now automatically, without designer involving, the InDesign document will be opened and closed automatically. And now the table updated using dynamic live snippet. Here I have dynamic live snippet. You can create dynamic live snippet by writing hashtag slash, then in any number. Let's create from scratch, delete everything here. Now from live snippet, this menu belong to TreeShade in Adobe InDesign. And here from new live snippet, click and write hash for inline dynamic live snippet, and then any number 2. Okay. Now you need to write dynamic content. You can write relative path to the content as text files or image. And the path for our files, if we go to our project in workshop inside our folder Tuesday, there is a folder called data beside the InDesign document, and inside data I have text files. Start with capital letters ID, and this dynamic list determined by this. If you write capital letters ID, then serial capital letters and digit, TreeShade will consider these files as a dynamic list. Now I want to write the relative path dot $/ means the current location of the InDesign document. This $/ means InDesign document. If there is no $/ means the dynamic text file. But now it's not dynamic text file, it's inline dynamic live snippet. So I need to write $, then data, then ID, then asterisk, despite the remaining characters. Then the method, right colon, then the method place. I want to place these files. Then colon again and separator. You can write any separator like enter. Okay. Now I have dynamic content for the 4 text files. I can select the live snippet by selecting the non-printing anchored text frame that TreeShade created automatically. It's non-printing and it's marked the live snippet instance. And here at the end, I have a special character nested style here. I can select the live snippet by selecting the anchor text frame or inserting the text cursor inside the snippet or inside the text frame itself, or by selecting any object inside the the snippet, because dynamic live snippet can be used to place image also, not only text. Like here, if I have icon, like suppose I have here icon. By the way, this command new belong to TreeShade. This menu belong to TreeShade, and this command reveal any files exist in special path as template, revealed here as command. Here I have a file called icon, so you have a new icon. Let's write ID and then any random characters icon. Okay. Now if I update the naive image by selecting update selected, I will have the icon placed with the items, but the icon is very big, so I can select the icon itself to select the live snippet, and then from live snippet I can select dynamic style, and here I can determine the width of the icon, like let's say 20 milli. No need to write the unit. Then relative width, to change the width and height relatively and keep the same ratio. Okay. Now the icon becomes small, but the problem, the image is not centered here. So I need to assign object style also. So select the icon again, and from dynamic style, let's select another style by adding colon, then a new style. I will have the value of the object style icon, then obj for object style. To know exactly what the styles you have, from here method, you can write obj for object style. You can write height, width, area. You can determine the area of the icon. You can rotate, share. You can determine the short edge, the length of short edge, the length of the long edge. This merge for tables, cell for cell style, row for row style, to apply style on the row, column for column style, or table for table style. Here I have character, char for character style, here para for paragraph style. You can determine paragraph direction, character direction, and here the value determined by the SDK of the extend script of InDesign. Anyway, I want here object style, so I write icon object. I can determine the paragraph style. Or no need for that now. Let's keep like this, 20 relative width icon for object style. Let's reduce this instead of 20, let's write 5. Okay. Okay, now I can change the object style. I can format the object style. So if we reveal styles, Let's change workspace to book. Okay. Here I have object style icon. Right click, edit. And here in frame fitting options, let's check auto fit and fit content proportionally. Okay. And before okay, let's remove the stroke. Okay. I can move the icon above or anywhere, like here in the corner. Let's set the custom position to the corner of the text frame. X offset 0, Y offset 0. Okay. So now I have a list of text and an icon in the corner. I can update. The problem here, I format the object anchored settings without redefining the style. So let's change again. Okay. Now after changing the settings, I need to right click on the icon and select redefine. I didn't. Because this option is not checked, anchored object options. So let's change from here. Custom. Text frame. Okay. Now if we update the live snippet, it will be updated automatically. Now if we save the file, TreeShade will ask me to check in. Check in meaning auto exporting the PDF and updating the current version of the file. Click yes. And TreeShade will automatically export the PDF and the preview in Adobe Bridge. Okay. Now let's refresh the online phone. Now I have here icon. So I can change the icon here. And click update, click submit. Before clicking submit, let's move this to here. Okay. Submit. Okay. Suppose I want icon for every item. Each item I want separated icon. What to do? Let's return to the data folder where the content exists, and let's delete all the files. TreeShade, move to trash. Cancel, no. This is a warning, TreeShade warning, that the file is placed in an InDesign document. It's used for feature before deleting any image. Okay. This file created automatically to set the sorting for the items. Anyway, I want to create a text file for rendering the icon with the text. So let's write the name, ID, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's write label, displaying label, inside the square brackets at the end of file name. Okay. Now I have text file. Let's edit the text file by double clicking. Now I want to write dynamic live snippet phrase. So I will start with colon colon, then relative path, which is a folder beside the file have the same name as the file. So I will write file name. Then I will place any file start with the word item. Okay. And here place. And I want to separate the items, the files that start with the word item with two spaces. Okay. That's it. Okay, now right click on the text file and select switch to the paired. TreeShade will create automatically a paired folder with the file, have the same name as the text file, and browse it. Browse inside as the pure file name without the displaying part. Now I want to put the icon and the text. So let's copy any icon from here. And let's name item icon. And let's put a text file and name item text. I want the text after the icon, so I can just reorder. And from TreeShade menu, select update ts underscore sort, because this text file used in placing the content in design. So inside this text file, the ordering of the item. Now I finished from that. So let's update now. Update selected. Okay, now I have the text and the icon. I want to redefine the icon, the style. So inside the anchored object style, I want the icon to be beside the text. So will X relative to the text frame, but Y relative to the line, baseline. Okay. Just I want to select this. Okay, now I have icon and text redefined. Let's make the icon smaller. So from dynamic style, let's make here 3. Okay. Now that's it. Let's save the document. Do you want to check in now? And now the preview here is not right because I saved the InDesign document without checking in. So the preview is not updated. But what I want is the content. Now, here I have item icon, and item text. So here the label I can use for mobile, and here the text. Uh, let's say the contact number. Then I can add a new item, close this. Here, let's choose the icon. Phone, or let's say email. This label help in browsing the folders in Adobe Bridge. So every item have label. And here, let's write the email. Okay, let's update. But before updating, let's make this on the right, and here the online form on the left. Submit. See, I have the list now, but only I need to format the text to have Arabic digits instead of Hindi. So the content is right, but I just need to set the format of the paragraph style. So here in here in Middle East character format, digits, Arabic. Okay, now I just need to save and check in. Okay, it's updated. Now, if I refresh the online form, I will have the right preview here. Now I have dynamic list with items, have sub-content as icon and text. And this dynamic list determined by writing ID, capital letters with sequence of capital letters and digits. TreeShade automatically generate dynamic list. And here I have display part to browse the folders. There are relation between the file and the folder with the pure name, this without extension and without displaying part. And you can switch from the text to the folder by selecting this command, switch to the paired to browse the folder. Or from the folder, you can right click and select also switch to the paired to select the text. It's important if you have long list with hundreds of files, you can just right click on the text file and select switch to the paired, or double clicking. If I double click the text file, TreeShade will ask me to open paired folder, click yes, and the folder opened. So you can browse depending on the displaying part here, and every file have ID connected to its sub-content. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and don't hesitate to reach for any question about installing or using, and it's totally free. Goodbye.